I'm just gonna eat my sandwich before we. Oh, hey! Welcome. This is Cook Serve Forever. Let me tell you a little story about this sandwich.
There you go.
So this
Here's some
sandwich.
sandwich backstory.
So I'm gonna move the thing around so that you can actually see some stuff happening while I'm talking. But I made this sandwich. It's called a choripan. It's actually really good. It's sausage, like not the casing, but what's inside a sausage casing, spread along Italian rolls and then grilled. And then you put like stuff on the inside. It is delicious. I'm definitely going to be making more of this. But in the Discord room I was talking about the sandwich with, they were having a conversation about the whole, is a hot dog a sandwich, is a burger a sandwich sort of ordeal. And I had brought up the thing about what do you call an Italian sausage in a roll? And one gentleman was like, well, I just consider Italian sausage in a roll more of a pastry thing. And I'm like, what pastry are you stuffing a sausage in? He showed me a picture, and it quite literally was puff pastry wrapped around a sausage. And then I got to thinking, if I took little cocktail sausages, little weenies, and wrapped them in like prosciutto or bacon, probably prosciutto just to be more fancy.
Sounds good.
And then wrap that around some duxelle and a puff pastry, am I making little mini beef Wellingtons?
I mean, I guess, but if it's a mini beef Wellington, wouldn't it be a beef Wellingsome?
Yes. Yes, it would. Okay, let's actually get into the game. All right, so this is Cook Serve Forever. It is the fourth title in the Cook Serve Delicious series, and technically not a Cook Serve Delicious game. So I don't know if this would be considered the fourth game, although the way they named it, Cook Serve Forever,
makes it seem like it is a mainline game.
Right? But
it's definitely looks already out of the gate very different.
it is very different. Where I feel Cook Serve Delicious, if you were to compare that, not like SAT prep here, if Cook Serve Delicious equals simulation, Cook Serve Forever equals arcade.
Would you say it's like Forza and Forza Horizon?
You know what? Kind of, because you do get some of the we'll just say physics, in this case, for Cook Serve Forever that you would have in Cook Serve Delicious with all the button presses and everything. We're gonna go to West Helianthus. So basically the game is laid out into these little zones. You're not running a food truck per se, you're running like a little food stand that has wheels. So
a food cart?
Kind of a food cart. And you start out in...
That's the second large to mini joke we've had.
Right? You start out in like a little rundown area, your apartment, and it's kind of like the tutorial area. So I am actually into the main part here. This is early access. So as you can see back here, coming soon. I don't believe these are actually available yet. But
why is it going level up and down? Is there like levels inside of it?
You can go back and play each of these little areas, and by playing that area, you increase your level there. I don't know really what it does at this point. It did mention something about a level 10 and something happens. I don't remember what it was. It might be like it gets harder or something. But we'll go over to this new area, the Green Tech Power Plant. Sometimes when you open up a new area, a little bit of story occurs.
Hey, Baz.
And they are told through like a Japanese RPG little vignette things.
It looks like it, yeah.
There are some cutscenes. They are animated very well. This game is very beautiful, by the way. Like the artwork is I mean, I didn't doubt it because the
Well, the
Cook
other
Serve
ones
Delicious
were-
games were really
Right.
beautiful to look at also. But here it looks nice. I wouldn't say the food
poutine.
looks as appetizing as some of the other ones. No, you're fine. But it looks, it looks good. So here, before you actually start your day, you get to pick the recipe that you want to do. You up to 6 of them. And I think this is all they have in the game right now. So none of this really changes. There might be a few that pop in that you don't see now, but I haven't really found that it makes any difference which one you pick. They do each have specific recipe cards. So like how you're supposed to button press and everything.
Yep.
Okay.
That beginning part's a little weird there.
Well, so those are just kind of your interstitials that are, they don't always have something to say, so it's just like little barks.
Okay, yeah.
But when they do, they actually have, nice lines of voice acting, and the voice acting is done very well in here, by the way. Everybody seems like they're on it. No one phones it in.
So
Now-
they'd be like little growls.
No?
You said they were barks,
Uh-huh,
but their little barks is a growl.
Anyway, so these are the perks that you get to choose from for the day, and the day is split up into 3 shifts. So you get to do this 3 times. Now,
Okay.
the coin that you see for XP, that tells you how much additional XP you'll earn by choosing this perk. So if you want to make all the ingredients easier in a day, then it's you don't get any extra XP, but it makes it easier. Whereas this one, the not tag will appear more. The not tag basically means when you see a button press and it says not above it, don't press the one it says. So you got to do the opposite.
So it's like programming.
Kind of. Sure. I'm going to go with this because I really haven't... The game isn't that difficult, but it is challenging. But I haven't really seen any reason to not pick the higher ones yet. We're going to do that. Now, it is time...
What is that?
That is a robot, and they do make mention of why they're robots.
Okay.
So bear with me while I try to concentrate and talk at the same time. So I don't know if you could tell there, but there's a bunch of any buttons, and in the top left corner of each box is a star rating. And that star rating lets you know how difficult that recipe is.
Even on
And
the top right.
is that top right? Well, see, okay, it's top right. And if you fail, you start that over and your combo resets.
Oh, so it's like a quicker quick time event game.
Yeah, it kind of is. And in that regard, like that's where I was saying it's very arcade-like compared to Cook Serve.
Yeah.
Delicious because it's like fast and quick. That's a hold, and then when you see one of those with the when you see that one, what are you talking about? Oh, I gotta hold it. You gotta it'll sometimes show up twice, so you have to do it twice. Gosh darn it.
Yeah.
And then
But the pattern doesn't change, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, so that's the other thing. Like, even though the recipe cards can get harder as you go, like it's always 3. That's 3 to maybe 4. I'm trying to remember what.
Alright,
Okay.
that's it for me.
That's the first time I failed one. By the way,
I'm gonna say it's probably because you're trying to talk.
because I'm trying to talk at the same time. So we'll get to see what happens here together. It probably just takes you back out to the here. So, let's go here.
How you doing, Hoss?
Not too shabby.
All right. Let's do tacos. I found tacos to be pretty okay. Now let's do that. And all the burgers, yeah. Okay.
Dang. You know what this is making me want?
A burger?
No. It's making me want to play Cook Serve Delicious 3.
Oh, Cook Serve Delicious 3 is so good. I love that game.
It was.
It is
well, I guess
also
is.
the best way to play that is on the Switch also, just because it's touchscreen.
Yeah.
So, speaking of the ingredients, you can level them up to max, and from what I can tell, it only stays for that day. So, like, let's say you get one of them up to like 3-star.
Mm-hmm.
By the end of the day, it's back down to 1, and when you start the next day, it's going to start at 1 again. So I don't understand. I kind of wish it were it just kept going, because it just makes it that much easier to start your day. And some of these, it doesn't make any sense, like the one we saw last time where downgrade all your ingredients back to the start. Well, they all are back to the start, so what's the point in doing that one?
I was wondering if that, is the intent is that it'll transfer, but they haven't really implemented that yet. Oh gosh, that looks so good.
I know, right? Gosh darn it. Okay, so the little happy guy who's not so happy anymore, obviously, is your
score.
your progress and everything. So like,
oh, it's
right.
the overall. Oh, he's your overall progress. Okay, I see. That doesn't look so good. Oh, it's a veggie burger or portobello burger.
That's tasty.
That's not tasty. Damn,
All right.
You've forgotten the meat in that.
you keep talking while I kind of focus on this.
Oh, another one of those, man.
Or
got a weird
ask
cart.
a question and maybe I can answer while I'm doing this.
You've got this.
Well, I don't really got. Wait a minute. Was that a different person?
Yes, you have a friend, or a partner. I'm not sure yet. She might be your partner, but you have someone who's there with you. You live in the same apartment, so it could be a roommate. But the way some of the cutscenes were coming out, I think they're
Probably
together.
dating.
Yeah, I think they're dating.
Yeah, because I saw the one girl with the pink. Is it pink shirt again?
Sorry.
Yeah,
And then
Bree is
she
the
came
other girl.
rolling up. Bree, yeah. I was like, wait, what? That's new. She looks like a modernized Dynasty Warriors character.
Sure. Your character's name is Nori. I know, right? I low-key kind of like that name.
I do. I did not pay attention to her name. I just saw her image and wow, Nori. Okay. I mean,
I don't know
that
if you
works.
saw, but there are these little buttons that come up for double presses, and oh
it
crap!
has like the number on the bottom.
It is not the number on the bottom. It'll have two of the button icons diagonal from each other. And
Oh, I didn't see that.
oh crap! That's the one I don't like. Is the holds.
Oh, we have to do it twice. Oh.
Yeah.
I thought you have to do it once. Okay.
So the doubles, they'll have the buttons like diagonally from one another, and that just like you see it at the end there. It just means you got to press them at the same time.
Oh.
But as you can tell with a lot of this, they're all 1 stars, so they're all pretty much any button.
I see. I do like the. I think this would be something like Des is not a fan of Cook Serve Delicious.
I think she would be more inclined
She
for
would-
this.
Yeah, not because it's any easier, because it is still very challenging. It's just it's less memorization of
Yes.
making a meal and more of just an action of making the meal.
Yeah, it is a more not basic, but simple way to get into this game.
Yeah. Because it's still, I like how it's still using the same style, and you kind of still looks like you still kind of get the feel of what a Cook Serve Delicious game is.
You do.
You're just stepping into it a little. You're not stepping into it going, "Oh my God, what am I doing?"
Right, with everything going on at
Did you
once.
see that? Did
Yeah.
you see that? Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
right here.
Good lord, Nori.
But
Yeah.
so they're leveled
Wrap it
up to
up,
7. So the end goal of this is you're working towards the. I don't think it's going to show here, but you're working towards what is the kind of what you see here. You're in. I totally forget.
Caesar's Palace.
So there's a lady which is all over here. Her name is. What is her name? I should have wrote this down. She is like the Gordon Ramsay of this world, like the up high pinnacle chef, and she holds this competition or she holds it, or someone, the culinary people hold it. I don't remember. It's one of those two things. And your character Nori has been a big fan of her since she was a little kid.
Is her name Margarita?
No, it's not. It I think it does have something to do with food. It's one of those things, like, if you were to say it, I'd be like, it's her. That's her right there. Let's see if I can
Think of another
beat
food
this
name
one.
that actually is a name. 'Cause that's the thing, that was pretty cool. I like how they found a name that could be or is currently a actual name. Like
Go cook
Brie.
up a storm.
Yeah, cheese.
Jeez, yeah. Like and Nori.
Again,
I don't
low-key,
mind that as a name. I think it's a pretty good name.
Yeah, like, if I had a daughter, I think Nori would be a great name.
Yeah.
I always knew you were a good chef, but watching you here is really something. I've got to be good if I'm going to get 3 stars in the Couteau d'Or.
Oh, okay.
Cote d'Or. Okay, so that's the contest.
Genuine
Cookador?
life-changing.
Cote d'Or.
Oh, Couture.
1 star, 1 star. I'm going for 3. Just like Chef Rhubarb.
There you go. Chef Rhubarb.
Chef
Is that
Rhubarb.
it?
That's the lady, yes.
Only
That's
chef
not as
who's
good of a name then.
3 stars. The only chef so far.
So, not to really spoil anything, but just to kind of make sense of why there's these weird characters to your left. Those
Yeah.
are robots. They are delivery robots. So in the future, instead of having people go pick up your food, they send out these drones. And the drones go and pick up your food for you.
Let's not live in the status of the real world of. So they they're basically Grubhub and DoorDash.
Uh-huh. So
Right.
this, for the most part, from what I can tell, is taking place within Cook Serve Delicious lore. I'm sure.
Well, yeah, I mean that makes sense because there are robots in Cook Serve Delicious. Because the 2 that you play in Cook Serve Delicious,
Yep.
3 are robots.
Well, yeah, because
The world has gone.
yes, if you've played all 3 games, there is an underlying story that pretty much tells you, what has happened. Like, there's a whole center part of the U.S. that's just like gone.
Yeah, I forget. That when I played the first game, I didn't really pay attention too much.
Well, because it's all done in emails, so you
Yeah.
wouldn't have. And then the second
Oh,
one was
right.
also mostly in emails. The third one is when,
You actually got a main story with some.
right, Cleaver and what's the other robot's name? I can't remember her name now. They kind of told the story to you as the 3 of you were traveling
Right.
cross country in your
Oh, weren't both of those? Weren't they Twitch or YouTube?
No, they
people?
were they were like security robots or something
No,
like
I mean
that.
the voice actors.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, at least one of them definitely was. She's also the voice of Rhubarb in here.
Oh, okay, cool.
But yeah, that lady does very, very good voice acting. But yeah, she's a Twitch streamer.
Ah,
I want to say her name begins with an N also.
I
Think
mean,
I'm getting the hang of
this is just me me promoting. I think they need, Cook Serve Delicious needs to get Jeremy Dooley on here as a voice
Sure.
because he's all about food and he's got awesome voices.
Has he ever played this game?
I don't think so.
All right, so I'm at level 2. I think it's a pretty good example of what you see. I kind of wish I could show you some of the cutscenes, but
I'm assuming you probably can't because you have to go through them and beat them.
yeah.
And it doesn't look like there's a...
Well, just YouTube it.
Oh, okay. Sure,
Yeah.
yeah. Credits. Hey, why not?
I mean, it's the very first one. Oh, wait,
Okay.
we can see here. Hold on.
I thought it said Jeff Basil. It says Jeff Ball.
M. Montgomery. I believe that is the lady.
Emma Montgomery?
I cannot
Or M?
remember what her Twitch tag is. It's in one of my other Cook Serve Delicious videos if you want to go look it up. But or you can just search for
Keith Lorraine Caesar. Oh no, Cesar. Hey, that's Cesar. It's actually spelled Cesar.
it. Yes, it is.
Sungwon Cho.
But David Galindo, he's the one who's done all 3. He's basically the creator
okay.
of Cook Serve Delicious, or all
Right.
4. And all this wonderful music is from this third, and I think even the second game have been Jonathan Gear. And that's cool. They did a special thanks to Ryan Davis. So ever since the first game, Ryan Davis is from Giant Bomb. He's the gentleman who passed away not too far after he got married, which is very sad. But he loved the Cook Serve Delicious games, and there is a burger that's been in every game dedicated to Ryan Davis. It's called the Ryan Davis. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
But thank you for joining me today. Hopefully this didn't make you too hungry. I'm going to continue eating my sandwich.
Your beef Wellington?
No, because it's not a beef Wellington. It's a chori pan?
Oh, that one, right.
Yeah, chori pan. Okay, bye.
Bye.